Also, I should probably tell you I might die in the middle of this segment today.
Please tell us why.
Well, I went to get my cup.
We are recording,
and I
right?
realized
I'm hoping we get this.
I went to get my cup, and I realized that it was dirty from when I had coffee in it last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I washed it out with a Lysol wipe.
Mm.
And then
All right, well, welcome to the fourth episode of Off the Record. I'm your host, BJ Murphy, along with my co-host,
Letha.
And Aletha, you're wearing the same jacket again.
Look, it's a problem. I was driving on the way to work this morning, and it hit me. I was like, I'm wearing the same jacket again.
We only record this like once a week, and we didn't record last week, so it's not like you wear it every day to work.
I know, but I'm going to be real honest with you. I was tired this morning, and I didn't really feel like getting up, but I did. Obviously, I mean, I'm here.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
That.
And then it was cold outside, and you know the weather's been so good. The weather owes me an apology, but whatever. I mean, I'm not going.
What's the weather done to you? Seems like it's been great lately.
No, it's cold. It's not supposed to be cold. It was cold yesterday. It's colder.
It was 45
today.
degrees when I got my Jeep this morning.
I'm never going to be happy until it's at least 75, 80, at least. Also, I should probably tell you I might die in the middle of this segment today.
Please tell us why.
Well, I went to get my cup, and I realized that it was dirty from when I had coffee in it last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I washed it out with a Lysol wipe.
Mm.
And then and then I poured water in and I started drinking.
So
it was like I was just sort of thinking, I think I remember my mama telling me one time you ought not to drink after you wash up with Clorox. So here we go.
So we were talking about something in the office this week. Actually, we started to talk about it. You said, don't just write on the board. Let's talk about it later. And the question was, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, no, the question was posed to you. Do you believe in ghosts?
I said, no, I do not believe in ghosts.
You don't have to believe in them.
I don't think they're real.
Well,
I think it's a figment of people's imaginations, their fears, the movies they've watched, their great-great-grandfather that they think is still roaming around, knocking on doors. They don't exist.
I think that you have come to this conclusion in error, because now I'm going to tell you, I believe in the devil.
Okay.
I believe in God.
Yes.
So therefore, I have no problem believing in ghosts. I think that there are places that are weird. I think energies are real, and I think you can feel it. Norma Jean said when she went up there on that video we did with Leon, right?
The old Caswell
to the
Hotel.
Old Caswell
near
Hotel.
the courthouse.
That when she went up to the third floor, she said everything in that room just felt different.
Yeah. If you believe in ghosts or don't believe in ghosts, send me a text, 252-516-6311. Let me know, 516-6311. I'm really curious. Do you or do you not believe in ghosts? Yes.
No, I'm not done with that.
Oh, you're not? Well, we're going to bring Michelle on to talk about it.
I think that since you don't believe in ghosts, you're not afraid of it. I think you should go sit in the third floor of the Caswell Hotel for at least 4 hours in the dark by yourself and record it. Great content, don't y'all agree?
That sounds like something Mr. Beast would do.
Just saying.
So we're bringing on Michelle Davis Cash. She is a former school board candidate, co-host of the Local Hogwash podcast, wife, mother, and all-around cool lady.
A force from the South Side, so you know I already like her.
Dang, I did not think about that. I had both y'all on this
South
show.
Side, baby.
So we're about to bring her on, and y'all stay tuned. And here comes Michelle. Welcome back. We have Michelle Davis Cash. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Cash.
Hey, girl.
In all fairness, this was Aletha's idea, so I'm a little concerned about what's going to happen next.
Great idea.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be fun.
She mentioned two girls from the South Side, and it just hit me what a tough spot I'm in right now.
Yeah. You should be used to it. You work with all these crazy women all the time anyway.
I do.
And you see me on Wednesdays. So.
I do. So we were just having a conversation. So first off, Michelle, former school board candidate, wife, mother, fisherman.
Fisherwoman.
Fisherwoman.
Lady angler.
Lady Angler.
Lady angler.
And what did else I say?
Podcast.
Yeah, podcast. The Local Hogwash. Put that in here. Boop. Local Hogwash podcast
Yes.
co-host. So, first question:
Okay.
do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Why?
Because I have one in my house.
You do not.
I do.
You do
You
not.
gotta tell me everything about it.
Well, I would tell you his name. Okay, his name's Dal.
Oh
I mean,
my
you
gosh!
named
No,
him.
you've named
No,
him.
that's who he is. It's the man that lived in our house before us. He
think
didn't
that-
die in the house, but he was the owner of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and he died. And then his wife sold the house.
So
to
does he
us.
wake up in the middle of the night and cook some bread or feed the dogs or what? What's he
No,
do?
but I wish he would let them out in the middle of the night. He doesn't do that. He kind of floats from the dining room to the.
But how do
the
you know?
kitchen.
Have you
Because I've seen him.
What do you see?
So if I'm sitting in my living room, it goes into the dining room, and we can be watching TV. And if you're sitting on the couch, you can see something float by.
Girl, that's a floater in your eye.
No.
You need to go to eye
It's a-
Float float like white or float like a black
Like a-
shadow?
No, like a. Well, it's kind of white-ish. He was a white man, so it was a white-ish, and you can see him walking. And in the middle of the night, cabinet doors will be open, drawers will be open.
I don't believe it. I need proof. Tell us about your podcast.
Well, it's a pretty big deal.
Oh yes.
Basically, she's famous, except
Basically,
she's not.
I'm a local celebrity. but
Right.
I'm not yet. I mean, in my own mind. So it's Christy Block and I who work here with you guys.
Yeah.
And we meet on Wednesdays. We do our podcast and we talk about everything local. We have all these great guests. And we had BJ one time.
Yep, they had me on there one time. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So
Our
there's a
most
big difference between her
watched
show and
episode.
ours.
Yes, because they drink wine or beer or whatever else.
Now, I do have vodka in my coffee. I don't.
You had Lysol in that thing is what
I
you
did.
had.
I was
Yikes.
concerned about it. But I think it's fine. I hadn't died yet, so maybe we're okay.
So what gets you in trouble the most?
Her mouth. I know the answer to that. You know why? Because I have the same problem.
I didn't even have to answer.
Right?
Well, she was pretty quiet about the one thing that got her in
No,
trouble
she
the
pointed
most.
to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you talk faster than you think sometimes.
Yeah. And it's probably some of the things that come out shouldn't.
Yeah.
Shove them back in.
You're sort of like my sister. My sister
Yeah.
my sister has no filter. I do have somewhat of a filter, even though I'm mouthy. But I do tend to think a little bit before I say something. But my sister don't. Like, whatever comes to her mind comes out of her mouth, girl. She said she's the person that says what everybody else is only thinking.
Yeah. Me
But
too.
she says it.
I've gotten better about it. I would like to think it's age.
Are you going to run again?
I'm not going to announce my candidacy like somebody else did today. But yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
What about
Yes.
you, Mayor?
No, this was about
The
Michelle.
The Honorable
Honorable-
BJ Murphy. Are you
Yeah.
ever going to run for mayor again?
I'm never running for mayor
Are you
again.
going to ever run for office again?
I won't rule that out.
Lieutenant Governor, Senate.
I won't rule.
House.
You can see it in his eyeballs. You can see it in his eyeballs.
I
He
won't.
will.
I
Okay,
won't rule it
perks
out.
up when you
Yeah.
talk about
But what I
office.
will tell you that though is I was having this conversation with a great friend this week is that the amount of time it consumes of you, your
Oh, yeah.
mental energy,
Yeah.
the phone calls to politicos, to fundraisers, to volunteers, to setting policy statements, to getting the website, to marketing materials, shaking hands, going to all the events. It is, and that's just for a local thing. Then if you add a state race, you're talking about going across
all
the state. It's
consuming.
very,
All consuming.
and I'm not in the place in
Yes,
my
it
business,
is.
my career, my life that I really want to do that today. But I'll know when that time is right, if that time is ever right.
Yeah, that's right.
But I really want to know if Michelle's running.
Yes, I am.
Okay. You know somebody I want to get in the studio?
Give us a list.
Tell us.
Carol Davis. Her
My
mama.
mama.
Oh,
I saw her at Azteca one night.
Yes.
They were having like a ladies' night.
We do it every month.
that's sweet.
Supper club.
And
Fresh.
oh yeah, I went up.
Very southern.
Speaking
the
of, that's
supper
what she
club.
calls my brother.
Fresh.
Precious.
Ooh, that's got to feel a little like slighted a little bit.
Let's do it. Go ahead with
It's
your story.
difficult to hear
Oh.
your mama lie to you sibling like that. I
ahead and
know
do
that
your story.
feeling. From
So I saw
experience.
Miss Carol, and I said, "Well, Miss Carol, I said you have got to come by the studio. We want to have you swing by." And I said, Michelle, give her my cell phone number, not the texted one, my real number.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, with the
and
fake number. Y'all do know it's a fake. You do understand.
516
You
is
do
not his
understand
real number.
that you do not. The 516 number is not BJ's real phone number. We're just gonna let y'all know about it.
He just
but
uses
it goes right to my phone, so I access it.
It's still not the same.
But I said, I want Miss Carol to come by and see the studio, see what her daughter's been doing the show, and see our show. Been a little disappointed.
She hasn't come by here.
No.
Well, I was disappointed too when I asked her. I said, "Mom, how do you like my show?" She said,
So as we wrap up,
"You brought this on
is
yourself."
there anything else you want everybody? What else do people need to know about you, Michelle?
I really don't know. I think I pretty much laid it out there. You just
Okay.
follow me on Facebook. You can see what you want to know.
And if they want more information, and on a serious note, about your candidacy, where would they go?
They will go to my personal Facebook page or my, what do you call it?
Fan
It's not a
page.
fan page.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a public figure page.
Okay, that's what I got then.
Michelle Davis Cash, public figure page.
Right.
We also have Local Hogwash on Facebook as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
localhogwash.com.
That's right.
How many episodes have y'all done?
9,
All right on.
number 10 next week.
Cool deal. Who's going to be your next guest?
Jim Caps.
Captain Jim.
Captain Jim of CapsTrailers.com.
Oh, yeah. We know Jim really well.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's going to be a great guest.
I think so too.
I'm going to be curious to see what y'all drink.
He says bourbon and Coke.
Bourbon and Coke. That's his drink.
Yeah, I'll have to Uber home.
Yes, and Christy as well. I'll drive her home. Well, thank you for coming on, Michelle.
for having me.
Appreciate it. Hang out for just a minute, and Aletha and I'll be right back. So, what else is going on? We need to talk about Barbecue Fest is coming up. A lot of other things happening. It seems like life is getting back to a little bit of normal.
It does. It does. It is starting to feel that way. I'm excited about that. Looking forward to it, and thankful to have a little more light at the end of this terrible COVID tunnel we've all been in.
I asked the question on Facebook a couple weeks ago about, if you got your vaccine shots, do you need to wear a mask? And it's like all the medical professionals are saying you do because it's
Yeah.
not a true vaccine. I'm like, well, then why are we calling it a vaccine? Because a vaccine in my mind means I can't get it and I can't give it.
That's right.
That's what I think about when I think
that's
about a
my
vaccine.
understanding. But one of the things that I think, and I could be wrong about this, but I think one of the things I read was the reason they were saying that is because it doesn't actually contain the live virus. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did read that it doesn't actually contain the live virus, and that's why that's one of the things that makes it different. I don't know if that's true or not. What I do know is it can be extremely overwhelming and confusing to actually know what to do. Mm-hmm. Get vaccinated, not get vaccinated.
It just seems
wear a
like
mask, not wear a
there's
mask,
going to be
you
a
know?
point where we have to decide as a society. Are we going to continue wearing masks for the next several decades?
Yeah.
Or are we over this by now?
Yeah, I know.
And
I
I'm
know.
already over it. I wear a mask when I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
And when I'm asked to.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm like, it's
It's exhausting.
Yeah,
it is
it's
exhausting.
a
It's a
little
little
much.
scary, and you know how it is on Facebook. Everybody's an expert.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Speaking of social media, that has to do with my off-the-record comment today. There was a video posted this past week, a local video regarding a couple officers who were allegedly beating up on an individual. And anytime, because of the politically sensitive and racially sensitive the topics we have across our national media, as that plays out across the country, you always know that's something that could happen locally. And to see something of that nature happen locally was very intriguing, very disturbing. And also, the thing that I took away from the most part of that is how quickly people were to condemn officers without knowing the full story. I can say this with a lot of confidence because you can go back and look at social media now. Most of the initial posts by public leaders in our backyard were absolutely condemning the police officers. They were calling on other leaders to step up and have some type of action or some policy change or something, some accountability. And yet, if you go look just 3 days, 4 days later, none of those posts are still out there, which means they deleted those posts. So the same people who initially were complaining about the silence of others is very loud have now deleted their own post that they were referring to. And I find all of that confusing. It's such a complex issue. And I think the bottom line for us as a society, either locally, as a culture, as a community, or even as a nation, that no matter how tough a situation is, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. And just because you have the ability to put your fingers together and hit send doesn't mean you really should, because there are a lot of other lives at stake. And I'm curious to see, once the full investigation plays out, what happens. They might have been wrong, they might have been right. The evidence will present itself. All of the evidence. And if anything you can say anything about our court system is, you've got to be able to look at the prosecution gets to go, then the defense gets to go, then the prosecution gets to rebut the defense's case. Let's let this play out and see what happens. And that was my off-the-record comment for this week. Aletha, anything else happening?
Nope, that's it.
All
Today's Friday.
Friday.
It's the weekend, baby.
Yep, my little girls, my oldest girl's getting inducted to the National Junior Honor Society. at her school.
Congratulations
Yep,
to Grayson.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. In fact, she and Catherine were in our last vlog. That was cute.
Yours is going into Honor Society. And my baby stopped by yesterday with her cap and gown.
She did.
Yeah.
Right.
Exciting times.
Yeah, it is sweet. Well, until next time, I'm BJ Murphy.
And I'm Aletha. Y'all be good.
Thank you.